and welcome to the Traitors 100% Faithful. Now in this new video series we're going to be talking about all things The Traitors Season 2, from shocking banishments to even more shocking murders. Now this new season of The Traitors came back with a bang and of course everyone is talking about it. Now I didn't think anything could top the first season of The Traitors, but I think this is definitely on par.
No, I agree with you. I loved season 1 and I just worried that they'd ruin it this season, but it's back. There's new twists, there's turns, and the cast is amazing and I'm really enjoying it. I think that we're on to a good season here.
Absolutely. Now, of course, we know who our traitors are. Those 4 of them, Ash, Harry, Paul and Miles. And possibly they have what it takes to get to the final, but only time will tell. However, you would think that they are the 4 people that everyone is talking about, but it's actually Diane. And it's definitely because of her hound dog mentality for sniffing out a traitor, even though she hasn't been correct about any of her suspicions just yet.
I love Diane. I think she's amazing. She's just gone in there. I don't know where she comes up with these ideas from. Like, she has an issue with Anthony because he wouldn't let her get in the line at the beginning, and she seems to think that he's a traitor because of that, even though that was before the traitors were selected. And it's just like, yeah, she's amazing. I think, you know, she's become an icon overnight, and I'm excited to see like more from Diane, to be honest. Yeah.
Obviously, a big secret that everyone has been talking about is the reveal that Ross and Diane are mother and son. Now, this is a moment no one saw coming. I didn't, but there are a lot of people are saying that, well, they do look alike, and it was really obvious. Now, we spoke to season 1 winner Hannah, and here's what she had to say.
God, how can you keep that a secret? I was watching it with my mum, and I was like, I would of course call you mum at some point. They would be like, oh, can you tell Diane to come here? And I'd be like, Mum, Dad's watching the kitchen. And then everybody would know all about it. And then I don't know how they keep it, especially they keep making little digs at each other. Like Ross said, his mum's Sunday dinner was shit. He said her Sunday dinner was rubbish. She comes at him with another retort. They're playing with fire for sure, but it's got to come out. I really hope it comes out. I really, really, really want it to come out. I'm so excited for when it comes out.
So, Grace, did you think that Ross and Diane were mother and son?
Absolutely not. Like, I think they're playing a really good game. Like, even when they played the clip over of them on the train, I thought that just looks like 2 players in the game. And then when she was giving him advice, I thought that just looks like 2 contestants just having a normal conversation. I think they're doing a really good job, and I think they can pull it off. However, like Hannah said, if they're caught out, I think it's game over for them.
Absolutely. Now, I guess this is quite similar to Tom and Alex from season 1. They came in as a couple but didn't tell anyone, and then when it was found out, everyone turned on them. And funnily enough, they were both faithfuls. So if the contestants do find out that they are mother and son, and they've made the effort of keeping it from everyone, I feel like they'll be the first to go.
Yeah, I just don't get it when faithfuls lie. Like, why did you come in this show? You're not a traitor, and then now you're concealing something. I think if you do have a secret, like Ross and Diane, don't tell anyone until the money has been won, and then you can, you know, share anything you want to share. But I think prior to that, do not say anything, because it's just going to put people on your back, and you're going to go home.
Now, of course, we have to talk about the banishments in The Traitors. They are always high stakes and just more intense than ever. And the first faithful that we saw banished was Sonia. Now, I'm sure everyone is kicking themselves, and I have a feeling they might be kicking themselves when they banish another person. Now, of course, we saw that it was Diane, Ash and Brian who all had the most votes. And as we know, Ash is the traitor. Now, Anthony has the deciding vote. And do you think that he will write Ash's name?
I don't think that he has Ash written down. I would be really surprised. I think he's written down Diane, and then we don't know what happens. Are they going to have to toss a coin? Are they going to have to do a challenge? And then it'll be based purely on luck, which I think is unfair. I don't want Ash to go because I really want to see what happens between her and Harry and Paul, because they threw her under the bus and voted for her knowing that she's a traitor just like them. So I kind of want her to stay in the game because I want to see how that all plays out. Will she team up with Miles, or, you know, yeah, what will happen there? At the same time, I want Brian to stay because he did write down Paul and no one has picked up on it. And I think that it would be so unfair for him to just go and like no one to say anything about Paul, and Paul just kind of get away with it. So I would like to see what happens then. Hopefully Diane doesn't have a chance to leave. at all, because Diane needs to stay.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely think it will be 50-50. I think it will either be Ash or Diane, because obviously we saw Brian have a bit of an outburst, and I think a lot of them want to know why, and we won't get that if he is banished. Well, and I guess we'll have to see. So who do you think is going to be banished in the next episode of The Traitors? Share your thoughts with us at Radio Times on X.